Hello, everybody, and welcome inside the 30-minute Lunchbreak podcast. This is episode 91, part 2. This is not a new episode. This is a continuation of the last one. We left you off kind of with the last episode of the NBA draft lottery was happening. We were talking about the Lakers' chances, so if you haven't checked that out, go check that out. And today we're going to talk about the draft lottery, what happened, and the excitement that is now upon Lakerland and, unfortunately, in Celtics land as well. So, my name is Brandon Rosenthal, and I'm your host. Alongside me is Eric Garcia. What's going on, my man?
I'm good, man. Ready to go.
Yes,
Talk
sir.
about this pick that has been, everybody's been talking
Everybody's been talking about it. I actually attended an ESPNLA, ESPN Los Angeles sponsored event yesterday, thanks to my buddy Glenn. So again, thank you, dude. That was a lot of fun. Marcellus Wiley had shows in the air. They had Mike Trudell was there, Michael Thompson was there, some Laker insiders. So that was kind of cool to see and talk about. But the general feeling that everybody really wanted this pick. Everybody was super happy, obviously, that we got it and we kept it. And even before, when I'm in the line with everybody, the general consensus, they're happy. They're happy we're in this position to get this pick.
They love it.
And, and I was against what you were saying. And you were like, we need to lose the pick. And we need to lose the pick because our fan base is, too spoiled or whatever, right? So, I actually was siding with you more often. I was just sitting there. I was sitting there fuck. All these people are so happy we're here when across the street at Staples Center, there's statues of championships. Players have won championships. We used to line up across the street at Staples Center.
I don't know if draft parties are always a thing that's happened, or the draft lottery or something like that are things that are happening. But as a Laker fan, that's something we've never had to worry about.
No, man.
And now, the fact that you were at a fucking event, it lets you know that's a bad times for the Lakers. If you know there's some sort of
lottery,
party, not even for the fucking draft.
The lottery.
To see if you're going to be able to get that high pick that you suck balls on purpose to get, that is just sad. It's just a sad, sad time, man.
It is.
Maybe it's just me not trying to admit that my team is as whack as it is. I'm still trying to hold the Lakers to the Laker standards that I believe they have. But no, maybe we are just the fan base that likes to fucking suck balls and hope that we get a pick. Look, we're the kind of fan base that is just gonna keep hoping there's a savior coming along. That's who we are. We really are no longer the team that's we're gonna figure this shit out.
When we should, because we have
I guarantee you there's going to be some motherfuckers already talking about this season coming up. And then I'm going to realize, we don't even... The only positive is we don't fucking have a pick. So luckily...
To suck for.
Yeah, fuck. And the problem with the sucking for it is I've always been okay. It always annoyed me with the fans doing it. But I always felt at least the front office disagrees with that shit. But I do think the front office was on that side.
They bought in. They clearly bought into whatever,
And that shit doesn't fuck with. I can't fuck with that.
No, it wasn't a good look. And they clearly did tank. They definitely tanked for this pick.
And honestly, at this time, what the fuck's the penalty for tanking? First of all, you get to get a good fucking player. Secondly, your fucking fan base is appreciative of the fact that you suck.
They sell out games for you to lose.
This is a joke, dog. This is honestly, that's when... What the fuck is the actual check and balance there? Your owners are willing to fucking lose games. The fan base is cheering when you the fan base would call into these fucking radio shows and get pissed when we won games. This is a joke. This is a fucking joke, dog. I'm sorry.
No, it really, you're right.
I do not want to be here as a Laker fan. That is not the position I want to be.
I flipped and I joined your side on that because it's true. Just looking over there and looking at Shaq and imagining Kobe's future statue, whatever it is, and it probably has to be better than Shaq's because it's Kobe and he's gonna demand it.
Yeah.
Can I be dunking on Shaq?
On Shaq, yeah.
Or maybe at the top of Staples Center, just rotating statue of Kobe, like the Brazil statue.
Exactly. The Christ the Redeemer statue in Brazil.
Mamba the Redeemer.
Yeah, exactly.
But just seeing all those former players, and it's man, no matter who we draft in this draft, he's 19 years old. And that's no savior to me. I've never seen a 19-year-old save someone's franchise when the other guys are all 19 and 20 years old too. We need real NBA players. I'm glad we kept the pick.
Yeah. This is only one. The way I look at it as Laker fans, we're usually it's a one-way race. It's always just us against the fucking Celtics.
Yep.
We don't care who else is winning.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, we're only worried about getting more championships than the Celtics.
Who's close?
And the way I'm going to tell you this, which sucks even more, you could almost bet there was no motherfucking parties like this in Boston for this shit. They don't even, that bitch didn't give a flying fuck. Oh, they had a chance to actually get the first overall pick, which they got, but there's no way in hell they were acting as ridiculous as we were as a fan base. And those are those fucking contrasts, you know, like of course, you're in the Eastern Conference Finals, so...
And also, like, they didn't have any restrictions on the pick. They actually fleeced another team for that pick.
Yeah. Which is what we used to do.
Yes.
Now we're the teams getting fucking fleeced.
Yes, because, we were able to, flip the number 13 pick, or Vlade for the 13 pick. That was Kobe. That's obviously probably the biggest.
It started with Kareem telling Milwaukee, I'm going to be a Laker, so make it fucking happen. Or let me make it happen, and you don't get shit in return. That's the kind of shit we made fools do. Now we're like, doing way much.
And because we gave in too much, and we could talk about it. So, like...
Well, look, at the end of the day, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about the shit going in. But like we said, fuck it. How we got there, whatever. Do I want this pick? Of course. You know what I mean? Even if I'm not thinking about a player, if I'm thinking of just trade bait, whatever the fuck you want to look at.
It's an asset right now.
Why would you not want to have this pick?
Yep.
So now we have it. Let's move forward.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So now we can move forward. The top three is Boston number 1. I'm doing it with this hand. Nobody can even see. Boston number 1, Lakers 2, and Philly 3. And did Joel Embiid kind of like steal the lottery? People love this guy.
Yeah. But that was,
I like him.
That's why you send your guys, you know what I mean? But you have a guy. They have a guy.
Yeah. Oh, man. But
we have a guy. Like, who would... I don't even think, like, there's nobody that would replace Magic in that situation.
At that... this was at Tom's Urban in downtown LA. Right after Phoenix got called, that place went nuts, dude. I have a video.
I saw. I'm not gonna lie. At that point, I didn't jump like that, but I had the same reaction. Like, well, there you go.
Yep.
There you fucking go. You know what I mean?
I was like, great. Now we can potentially do something. So
the thing is, as the way we were as a fan base, I'll be honest with you, we would have been pissed if we would have had the third pick. These motherfuckers still were like, no. See, that's why they were bitching. That they were like, we're ruining our chances because they weren't even thinking they wanted a top 3. They wanted to make sure it was top 2.
Top 1.
Oh, yeah, of course. 1.
Number 1.
But the way it looks, Lakers are going to get who they wanted. So.
Do you want to go over some scenarios?
Yeah, let's
All right.
go.
So this is fun.
Okay, now that we get the pick, who cares? Now I got to want it. And now I got to want it to be successful.
So scenario I heard today from Tony Kornheiser because I didn't hear it from anybody else before him. And actually I haven't heard it since. Trade up. This was to me by far the weirdest scenario that I was like, let me think about that. Trade up to get number 1 to make sure you get Lonzo. Yeah. If you want Lonzo.
And the reason
what do you think about that? Regardless, we're trading up to get your guy.
No, I want because I'm cool. There's 2 guys in this draft. We're guaranteed one of those 2. You know what can't happen? Someone can't skip us and take 2 guys. You know what I mean? I would be if we were 3. I would agree. You would trade up. Maybe not, but I would consider it.
Or would you just trade the pick at all?
Or maybe take Jackson. I mean, I'm all right. Like I honestly, look, I am unlike most Laker fans. I am one of the ones that are on the side of. I think we got some good players on the fucking team.
Oh, for sure,
we got some good players. You can't draft top 5 guys forever. You eventually got to be right or wrong and just move on.
Our entire starting 5 pretty much was either a draft pick, a top 10 draft pick, or traded for 2 first rounders himself.
Yeah,
Mozgov.
Yeah. So what the fuck is going on here?
You know.
So look. It is what it is. So I think we could have done one of those things, but going back to the trading, it wouldn't make sense for me to go from 2 to 1, 3 to 2 or 1. I would consider it. The reason why he's probably thinking that because some people are thinking Philly might try to go up to trade to get to the number 1 overall pick. And do you think Philly wants Ball or Fultz? I think Philly might want Ball.
I think Philly might want Fultz.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
Ben Simmons is going to run the point.
Yeah, you're right. But
Ben Simmons is a natural point guard when you watch him play. He's going to have the ball in his hands. He can give Fultz open shots along with Embiid. I definitely see that more.
Well, either way,
Well, yeah, I mean, like it's not like Lonzo is bad at this
point. But either way, for the Lakers, you're good in either scenario. Because again, I don't think. First of all, Fultz is probably considered the better player than Ball. I'm good either way.
And so in this scenario, we keep the pick, right? We had an email discussion. Yeah. You asked me what would be my ideal lineup if we had Ball, right?
Yeah.
So. Ball number 1, D'Angelo at the 2, Brandon Ingram at the 3, Randall at the 4, and then Mozgov at the 5, and you keep all those guys off the bench. And that would be a great bench unit. You can easily slide in Clarkson if one of those guys struggles, move D'Lo to the bench, whatever. And then if D'Lo struggles, then okay, well, it's time to ship him out. I mean, it's not like his value isn't great right now. I mean, it's good, but it's not like...
Well, the reports were coming right after that. A lot of teams were hitting us up.
Because he's good.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you have a guy on your team that is good. People are going to call and ask
No
for
one
him.
tells you he's good beforehand. They kind of were like, okay, now we have a chance, let's go for it.
Yeah.
But before, they're like, they want you to think they suck. Like, when they know that the Lakers might not be liking him, they're like, yeah, don't like him, because I kind of do.
No, I really like him.
Yeah,
I think he's a really good player. And with Fultz, it would just be slide D'Lo to the 1 and then bring in Fultz to the 2. Even though he's short. And that's another thing that, Lonzo's 6'7".
Yeah, see, that's
a difference maker when it comes to the point guard position. And, I don't really consider myself a true analyst of basketball, but I'm definitely, I'm a junkie. I know it very well. I understand the game. And I definitely feel that, having that point, that height, him and because Clarkson's 6'5", but he's too short to play shooting guard. So if we bring in a guy like Fultz who's short already, then we have 6'4", 6'5", and we're looking at the Blazers problem.
Yeah.
We got to compete with Klay Thompson who's 6'7".
Well, you could have a short. I am in the belief that you can have a short shooting guard, but you got to have a big point. You can't have two small guards.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. Boston gets away with it, and we're going to see in this series right now what happens with them because they have two short guards, and the Cavs are humongous.
See, but the problem there is not even that. Like, they have a really short guard.
Yeah, they have it. Avery Bradley is 6'3", 6'4". He's bigger than average size. Isaiah Thomas is the average size of a human being.
Yeah.
And the entire planet, Isaiah Thomas is the average size, which is fucking incredible because he's in the NBA and he scores 38 games.
Yeah. Too bad he's in the one place where the one thing that you don't want to be is the average human being.
Oh.
You definitely don't want to be an average human being.
No, not at all. Not at all. So, what about trading it? Would you even trade it? Would you consider trading it? Think about it.
Yeah, I would consider trading it.
For who? And for what? For Paul George?
Paul George, Jimmy Butler.
All right.
Cousins. There was a couple. Maybe I'm thinking there's one more other guy that I told you that we've talked about before. Where these are the guys that I think are free agents. I mean, that are elite at that level where I'm willing to give up. Oh, well, this is not even a free agent, but
Hayward.
Yeah,
Gordon Hayward. Yeah, he's a free agent. He's straight up a free agent.
Yeah. So fuck.
Would you rather have Gordon Hayward or Paul George?
Paul George. But if you don't have to give up anything to get Hayward, that changes it. If it's Paul, because look, this is what we gotta forget. If we gotta give a shitload to take Paul George, it's just Paul George, and he's at Indiana now.
Yeah.
Do we want to be the Pacers? No, we don't. So don't give us the same kind of fucking squad.
Yeah.
I like Paul George because I'm thinking of adding him to the players we have.
Yep.
Yeah. And a Hayward, like you said, that Heat motherfucker just come through. Do you not want to be part of the squad? Hayward could play the 3, the 4, the 2. What the fuck?
I mean, yeah, Utah's cool and shit, but you want to hang out and have it.
Dude, he could.
You want a real night out?
Hayward's the kind of guy that could play.
You want a real hair? Because Hayward talked about it. You want a real haircut?
Yeah.
Come to LA, man. We got you.
Look, I make no fucking bones about it. I'm a fucking Hayward fan, so definitely like that move.
He's fantastic. His scoring is good. He
could fucking ball. He could just straight ball.
He's good. He's really good.
He's a good defender. There's a lot of reasons why you want Hayward.
Yep.
And at the end, we keep talking about this. I'm also okay with just staying like we are.
Yeah.
Adding maybe now, since you're not gonna have to go for some big splash players, you could key in on trying to get some fucking another center, maybe you know what I mean, a more defensive center, bench players, shooters, shit like that. Because I'm not as desperate as people think the Lakers should be right now.
Would you trade Randall and a first round pick either this year or in 2019 for Boogie?
Yes.
Which one would you rather do? Obviously, it would be 19.
Yeah. But I would actually, what I would rather do would be just the number 2 pick. You know what I mean? This year's number 2 pick. If that's not the option, then yes, I would go.
Oh, because they have to take Mozgov.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, if I got to start now giving you player, then and one of the players that I like, I'm talking about whether D'Lo. If you're now, first of all, I'm not going further than 2. I don't want to. You're not gonna get me to give you D'Lo and Randall.
No,
that's not happening.
I think Randall.
That's not happening. Even Boogie, I was before, I would have told you. Even
Randall seems like he is the most replaceable, expendable. Unfortunately,
expendable, but not necessarily because of his play. It's because we got other players that are maybe not necessarily on his level, but can do some of the things he can do.
A lot of things he can do.
You know what I mean? So that would be
Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, Brandon Ingram, a fucking Nance.
Yeah, Nance.
So we that changes it there.
It does.
Would you? Well, how about you? What would you? Would you be willing to give up Randall and the 19? Like you said?
Yeah, I would do that.
What about Randall in this year's first overall pick?
No.
That's too much already, right?
I feel like...
What about Jordan Clarkson and this year's number 1 overall pick. I mean, number 2.
For who?
For the Paul George.
I think if I'm the Lakers with Paul George, I think this is where, because Boogie's also a free agent, I think, next year too. And he can sign like a mega deal over there because he got traded.
Which is why it was iffy. It was kind of for New Orleans to do that trade.
No, I know he can't sign the mega deal because he's not with the team he got drafted by. So he could just say, "Fuck it, I'm going to come to the Lakers via free agency if we trade Mozgov." But we're in a position where I would wait. I would say, listen, and I would come out, and either I'm Magic Johnson, I would come onto the airwaves and however you say it and however you spit it, where it's not tampering, and say, we will not trade key pieces for a player who is about to be a free agent.
Well, they've already kind of said that by not saying those words, but they're saying the whole time they've said it over and over. They've always planned, the way they're looking at this build is they're focused on 2018 free agency.
Yeah.
2017, again, people are making it seem like the Lakers have to make something now. No, dude. There's too many guys that we like a lot that are going to be free agents. Really, dude?
We might be able to flip that pick for Jimmy Butler. For real. That might be a real option.
Straight up?
Potentially. To match some salaries, maybe throw Luol Deng in that trade, and we would have to take, Mirotic or some shit.
I don't care if we have to take somebody, but, you know what I mean? But I'm not trying to give you too much.
Things can work that way.
Again, Jimmy and we lose, Randall and shit, and the pick, then you got to slug it roll.
That's tough, yeah.
Hey, so let me ask you then, just real quick, because I know we got my sides of it. Is there any, how I told you, I got my Boogie, Paul George, Jimmy.
Yeah.
How about you? Who are you guys? And Hayward. I'm gonna throw Hayward in there. That you are your top guys, your top free agents guys. That you're willing to give shit up me or not.
Well, the guys I want mainly are kind of unavailable, unfortunately. I would really try and be calling New Orleans and asking about the other big man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what I would.
Maybe you're more imaginative than I am, because I'm not even thinking there, because
exactly,
shit for me,
because obviously, because he's too good, right? No, why would we be getting phone calls on him? It's just
oh, you want one of the top 5 players in the league?
But you just got to put doubt in his. He's already signed, right? So it's you just got to put doubt in the GM's head. He's not very. You're never going to win with him.
What I think sucks for him? He's too nice.
He's says so good.
They know they got a guy that's not trying to leave. He's not even
I know.
Most players in his position would be at least lying about hey, I'm ready to leave this team if you guys don't get your shit straight. He's I want to be here.
I think there's one other.
Please get me a good team, because I'm going to be here for a long time.
Aside from the untouchables like him or Curry or Durant, Durant is still, I don't know, man. Durant is weird.
Fuck, for me, I'll give you everything.
Yeah.
I'll give Durant's the guy that I'll give up all 5.
Yeah.
He's I'll take him over everybody. The only guy I would consider. There's only 2 guys. One guy, LeBron. And then maybe Kawhi. But honestly, there's no other person.
I don't see Curry.
No, not me. Hell no.
No?
I told you. To me, Durant's definitely the best player on the Warriors.
No. I mean, I know, but Curry's better I think Curry's on that level of Durant.
On their level.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's better.
Yeah.
No. But that's a guy I consider untouchable.
But I wouldn't probably give up that much for him either.
Right? I would add one team to what you said, and that would be, or one person, that would be Porzingis.
But But are you going to put him maybe in between where he's not Anthony Davis, because he's definitely more gettable than him, but he's not a free agent either?
Because I can do maybe. Would you do the number 2 pick for Porzingis?
Bro, Porzingis is. I'll do number 2 and a player.
And Randall. Mozgov.
Yeah,
you got to take Mozgov.
No shit. I'm not even trying to shit on Mozgov, but I mean, shit.
What if we had
That's a favor.
What if we had to take Porzingis? We had to, gun to our head, right? What if we traded the number 2 pick, but we got Porzingis and we had to take Noah?
Yeah, I'll take whatever you need me to take back. What I don't want.
So then we'll have Noah.
Because Noah is a guy that I'm assuming we're gonna get rid of in a year or 2, even if he fucks us for a year or 2. You know what I mean? We'll find a way to get rid. If in this scenario, if we found a way to get rid of Mozgov, we'll find a way to get rid of Noah next season.
That's true. We can trade Mozgov.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
But look, dude.
Porzingis
is way on that. He's on almost not there, for sure not there, but he's almost on the Anthony Davis level with me.
Let me ask you this:
we're dude,
before we make our Eastern Conference predictions, who would you rather have from Jimmy Butler, Paul George, or Porzingis?
Porzingis.
All right.
Because of what we already have.
My answer's the same.
It's also
my answer's the same.
He's the center. If we find a way to get the only problem I have with Paul George,
they call him the unicorn because there's nothing else like him.
That at all. The only reason why like with Paul George and these guys, my issue there is, even though they're great and we could plug them right in and is what we need, I think our team more than anything, the center is the weakest part of it. And Porzingis, he's one of the best players. You can plug his ass right in there, and you're good to fucking go.
Chris Stapps, if you're listening or watching for some reason, please force your way to Los Angeles.
Yeah, I know. You know how there was that tweet, like Clippers? I hope it was just a translator, like say, like Los Angeles accidentally put Clippers. You really meant fucking Lakers.
You really meant Lakers, because why would you want to go to a team? I guess your selfie would be really cool in Staples Center in the back, but wouldn't you rather potentially have a statue?
Well, he probably wasn't thinking it was a possibility. Like,
it is, my friend.
We want you.
It is, my friend.
It's a possibility.
We have no affiliation with the Lakers. We're not a GM at all, but I'm telling you, if we think it, Rob Pelinka and Magic have already talked about it.
It's pretty safe to say there's probably more Latvian Laker fans than there is Latvian Clippers fans.
Or Knicks fans. Nah, I don't know. Fuck. I don't know. Fuck. Probably not anymore. I'm sure there's a lot of, or as Michael Rappaport calls them, Latvian fans. 2 things before we leave today. Let's make our predictions for the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay.
What do you got? It's Cavs and Celtics.
What is
Celtics
the question?
have home court advantage.
How many games?
What's going on? What's your prediction?
5. I said 5.
Cleveland 5?
Cleveland 5. But look, remember we mentioned this, and I even think Boston. Well, Bill Simmons kind of said this. I think the Wizards were a better matchup against the Cavaliers.
They were.
Celtics are a better team than the Wizards, but in the matchup wise, it's Boston. I mean, like you said it. What the fuck, Isaiah Thomas? That small backcourt is going to get exposed.
I think they have 2 wins in them. Celtics.
You know what this?
They might win tonight.
2. That's a lot.
They lose. Yeah, 6.
But they get the first 2 games at home, so they're definitely got to win one of those 2.
Yeah.
That's why I got them winning 5. I got them winning one of these 2. And actually, just because the way, how we talk about it, I feel like in sports there's always those storylines that you could already see happening. I could see them winning game 1. Yeah. And people saying, are we going to get the series we wanted? And then 4 in a row, and it's...
All right, who dominates the series for the Cavs? Is it Kyrie or LeBron?
LeBron, by a lot. Like, LeBron is going to be...
They got nobody to guard LeBron. Jay Crowder...
No one in the league has. Oh, the Spurs kind of had Kawhi. That's why it was good.
And I think the Bucks have Giannis, and when Giannis continues to grow, Giannis is going to be there, and hopefully,
not yet.
Hopefully Ingram should be Ingram should watch tape of Giannis and be like, whatever you're doing, I'm going to watch you do it, and because you become a beast physically, you're same body type, make it happen, Brandon.
Yeah, I can fight with you there.
And there's a fight this weekend from one of your favorite fighters. Just give a shout out, man.
Yeah, Terrence Crawford fights on Saturday, so. Just to, stay busy, fight.
Is it HBO regular?
HBO, yeah, regular.
So no pay-per-view?
No, you don't got to pay for this one. Unless you don't have HBO, then just find the friend that has HBO.
Find the friend that has HBO or go to a bar. It's probably going to be a Crawford beatdown.
Oh, yeah. Nice. I'm not going to shit on the other dude, but look, this is Crawford all day.
Yep.
You're not tuning... If you don't like Crawford, this is not one you're tuning in because you're hoping he loses.
True. Right on. All right, well, thank you for watching 91 Part 2, which was actually longer than Part 1. Yeah, but better, I feel. Obviously. Come on. Everything we release is always better than the last episode.
Unless it shouldn't. Then the other one was better.
But then we'll release a new one. That'll all be better.
There you go.
Find us on the web, 30minutelunchbreak.wordpress.com. All of our content is there, a few articles we've written, all of our podcasts, and some fun stuff we have. So check it out. Subscribe on iTunes, and please, please, please rate and review. We really, really would love it. If you are on an iPhone, pull out your phone, use the podcast app, and search 30 Minute Lunch Break Podcast and go ahead and leave us a review. We really, really like it. We're also on SoundCloud and Google Play, as well as Stitcher for Android and other users. We're also on YouTube. So please subscribe on YouTube and go ahead and comment and troll. We would love it. We haven't had one yet, so we are anticipating our first internet troll.
There's no way in hell people agree with the fuck what I'm saying or you're saying. There has to be someone that's... just take the 5 seconds and be like, dude, you're a fucking moron. What are you saying? You don't know shit about it.
Give Eric the chance to type. That's all he wants to do. He just
maybe I'm gonna just read it and be like, God damn, this guy's right. And that's the last podcast you ever heard. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit. I hope not. Well, then it'll just be the Brandon show.
And another guy.
The Brandon show in the car.
And the talent's gone, so then you'll last for another week.
Oh, man. That's true. That is true. All right, guys. Well, we'll be back next week. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the games. It should be an interesting series. Oh, and by the way, I'm sure the Spurs are going to dominate. Yeah, right. Warriors are going to sweep, most likely. Maybe.
Yep.
It's going to be tough. All right, guys. Tune in. Later.
Peace.